Hi, English 145 students. Guess what? It is the end of the semester and this is the last week of the lab. Hooray! You did it. You made it to the end. This is something that you should totally be proud of. Congratulations. All right, we're going to start off with some announcements. The English Writing Center will be open through December 20th. That's a Saturday, and will be open for both tutoring and your lab assignments. But even though week 15 is open until the 20th, you want to make sure to check when your instructor is collecting your lab checklist, because it very may well be that they want it before the 20th. So double check with your instructor, see when your lab checklist is due so that you are ready to turn in this very important assignment. Okay. The first thing that I want to bring to your attention is the workshop schedule. This is our last workshop, so if you haven't had an opportunity to check one out, now is your chance. They're going to start Wednesday and go through Saturday, and they start at 11. Sometimes on Thursdays, we move on over to room 102 in the SSEC building because we have so many students who attend the workshop at that time. So keep that in mind. If you come a little late and they are not in the English lab, then just head on over to room 102. The topic this week is on incorporating quotes into your research paper. If you're in an English 145 class, there's a huge possibility that your last assignment is an essay where you have to incorporate some quotes. So this is a very helpful workshop if you do have an assignment that requires you to do a little bit of outside research and then incorporate that research into your paper. Not only for 145, but this is something you're going to have to do throughout your academic career. So it'd be nice to get some pointers on how to do that. So we highly recommend that you attend this workshop. Now let's check out what's going on with your last assignment in week 15. So if you click on assignment 15, you'll see that it is very much related to our workshop. This week, you're going to be creating your own works cited page. So in the assignment portion, you're going to get a lot of excellent resources on how to create that page. The first one is the MLA site, and here you will find a lot of great basic information on how to start formatting your works cited page. The next one is a sample, so it gives you a nice idea of what your works cited page should be looking like. In terms of spacing, it should look exactly like this one does. And the last link that we've provided for you is LASC's library page. And our library page has a lot of great information too, but something that I want to point out to you is this free citation generator section. And so they have some links to citation generators, which essentially creates the citation for you. So technology has allowed us to do this. You no longer have to memorize where everything goes. You can plug in the information here. But it does require some effort, so that's why we have tips for using free citation generators over here. There's a lot of information to absorb here, so make sure that you are reading carefully and clicking all of the links. Okay, so let's go back to the project portion. And in the project, you're going to be creating a works cited page based on some of the information that we are giving you. So if we click here, you'll see that we've provided you with the same links from the assignment so that they are easy to get to. And we have given you 5 sources. have a journal article, a book, a website, an online journal article from a database, and another website. Remember that the formatting changes depending on where you got your source from. So make sure that when you go to the citation generator that you are clicking on the correct source, okay? And this will make a little bit more sense to you after you've read everything carefully. So that is it for the project. One last thing that I want to mention is that when you're formatting things here in the text box, it might be a little trickier than when you're formatting in a Word document because you have less options. So just do the best you can. The last thing I want to show you is the optional activities. This is the last week, so make sure you have your time in. You can look at all of the past optional activities. You'll notice that they're still open. But for this week, we have the usual websites that you can check out. We have the usual free write that many of you enjoy. And something pretty cool is a video of our very own tutors, Marcus and Chase, who are reading their own poems and short stories. So that might be fun to check out. The last one is the In the News. And last week we did our In the News on the Michael Brown case. And this week we have some information on the Eric Garner case. So once again, an officer was not indicted even though he choked and ultimately killed Eric Gardner. So if you click the link, you'll see that we have a video with a explanation of what is happening step by step. And here we have an article that explains the possibility of why the officer was not indicted. So it's good to stay informed and to look at reliable sources. So we're helping you to do that by providing you with this information. We also have another section for the In the News, and you could get there by clicking here. And that's these hashtags, Criming While White and Alive While Black. These hashtags became popular after the grand jury decided not to indict the officer who choked Eric Gardner. And the Criming While White gives some information about white people who have committed crimes but were never punished for them. And Alive While Black are tweets that explain the day-to-day indignities that Black people suffer just because of their race. So here we have an overview of Criming While White. Here's an article that you can check out. And here we have an article, Alive While Black. You can click on this link to look at some of the live tweets, but we also have some examples of the Alive While Black hashtag. It's a very important topic that is happening in our society. It's great to stay informed, to stay educated, and to start making some changes in our own community. So that is it for the lab. This is our last week. I really hope you've enjoyed your time here, because we've sure enjoyed helping you. And I hope to see you guys next semester. If you ever need help with anything in your 101 classes or any of your other classes, we can help you with your writing. But for now, I will say that I will see you in the lab, and thank you again for letting us help you out.